There we go. And oh, it's 10:02. So normally I give a couple of minutes because it takes our folks a little bit longer to get on. You see, you got folks coming in now, so we'll get a few more people on, but I'm going to go ahead and share my screen because I do want to respect your time. Wonderful, wonderful. All right. So as people come on, they will catch up. We have a lot going on in the business. A lot going on in our business right now with the changes that are about to occur right on August 17th. And we all have to be aware that that is coming, whether you like it or not. And the reality is that we're getting ready. We're preparing ourselves, right? And that's the whole purpose, is preparation. The way that you are going to address the NRA changes, the way that you are going to stay in this business, if you're new in the business, the way that you're going to stay in this business is by preparation. Is by definitely being one of those realtors who says, you know what, this is just a change in a slew of many changes that have happened for us as realtors over the years. And we're just going to roll with it. And we're going to be super prepared so that we can win at the end of the day, right? And all it takes is preparation. It takes knowing your dialogues. It takes understanding what happened. And then it takes knowing your dialogues and how to address it with your clients. And we're focusing on that big time between now, and we've been focusing on it for the last month, but focusing on it now until August 17th and thereafter, because we want to make sure that you guys are super prepared. So I said all that to say this: if you guys have specific needs, classes, if you have topics that you would like us to teach on, please let us know. That's what we're here for. Myself, Diana, Martha, Eileen, your staff, if you will, your educational staff. That's what we're here for, to help you guys. So if you do have specific classes that you'd like to see brought to the Market Center, please let us know, because we can make it happen for you. And we'd love to make it happen for you. All right, so let's get into our weekly update, you guys. Again, thank you so much for being here. Let's start our week off. So definitely be TCPA compliant. Do not call folks on the do not call list, because you have the chance of being sued. It is very real. Tens of thousands of dollars, actually hundreds of thousands of dollars have gone into paying people because they're on the do not call list, and then folks call them. So don't be one of those people, all right? So LA County, let's take a look. So our for sale properties are up 7.5% over last year. Now, for sale is properties that are on the market or have been on the market. That inventory is climbing in LA County, as you can see, 7.5% over last month. But look at this, 44.6% over last year. So when we talk about inventory shortage, yes, are we in an inventory shortage? Absolutely, right? There's no denying that, based on the fact that we are in a severe seller's market, and we'll see that when we look at our absorption rates. However, the reality is we are 44% better than we were last year. So we really do need to think about that and put that into perspective, right? We are 44% better than we were last year, which means that we have more inventory than we did last year, which means sales should be up, right? Because we are more abundant in inventory. So don't let folks tell you, oh my God, the sky is falling. The reality is the sky is falling a lot less than it was last year, okay? Because we have more inventory. Now, LA County is huge, so it's spread out, right, across the different cities in LA County. However, again, we are seeing more inventory, and this number continues to climb, you guys. And what does that mean when it climbs? Does anybody know? As inventory climbs, what is going to eventually happen? Give me some feedback. Who knows what happens as inventory climbs? What kind of market are we going to switch into? Nobody knows? Take a guess. Guess for me. What kind of market?
Buyer's market.
Thank you, Chris. It will phase into a normal market, right? It'll first go into a normal market, and then it will go into a buyer's market. Okay, So we eventually are going to get there, especially if inventory keeps climbing. And look at this, sold inventory is up 1.4% over last year. Again, so sales are a little bit higher, not by much, but a little bit higher. So we're seeing more sales than we did last year, and 1.8% higher on the pendants. So properties that have gone into escrow is up 1.8% higher. So 3 out of the 3 sales trends that we look at, our major trends that we look at, which tells us the strength of our market, are in the green for LA County. So LA County is actually doing well. Okay, LA County is doing well. But let's look at the others. New listing inventory went down 13.6% over last month. However, it went up 4.8% over last year, same time frame in July, first 20 days in July. And it went up 15.8% overall. Okay, so new listing inventory has gone up in LA County, which is great. We need new listing inventory to continue to climb. And our average active price is down 4.1% over last month, and it is down 9.4% overall. So in LA County, sellers are actually asking 9.4% less than they did last year, which is interesting because last year everything was soaring and sellers were asking for more. Even in LA County, they were asking for more. Now they're asking for almost 10% less. However, let's look at what they're receiving. They're receiving 5.2% higher than they were last year. So although they're being super conservative in what they're asking, they are still receiving 5.2% higher than they did last year. Okay, so sellers are still happy because 5.2% is a very normal amount of appreciation for a market. So they're being conservative, but they're getting over more than likely their asking price in a lot of areas. But they are doing better than they did last year, which is great news for our sellers in LA County. And you want to be hyper local when you do your numbers, because in some areas they're receiving 10% higher than they did last year, right? And in some areas they're receiving that 9.4% lower. So there's going to be that balance. All right. So let's look at absorption rates. Let's look at how many months of inventory do we currently have? And last month we had 2.7. This month we have 2.7 so far, a 0% change. Overall, a 44.1% increase. Like we saw that we've got a 44% increase in inventory, right? And on what do they call it? Forget the name of it. For sale inventory, 44. And look at this, we have a 44.1% increase in days in months of inventory. So we were at 2 months of inventory last year. We are currently at 2.9 months of inventory this year. Okay, so we are steadily climbing in months of inventory, which means what? Which means that we are slowly but surely getting into that normal market. Okay, 4 months of inventory is what we need in order to be in a normal market. Okay, 4 to 7 months. Once you get past that, then you're looking at that seller's market that Chris was talking about. Okay. All right, average days on market. No change. 27 days on market last month, 27 days on market this month. And then overall 11.4% change, 35 days on market last year, this same time frame. And this year we're at 31 days on market. Now, the reality is, like I tell you guys all the time, that number, don't be fooled by that number, right? Because the reality is that when properties come on the market, they are going off the market fairly quickly within the first weekend. If it's a property that's in demand, it's going to go off the market within that first weekend. So don't wait to get your clients out there and look at these properties, okay? But it is taking less than a month or a month, right on the nose, to sell a property, which is very good, okay? I know as newer realtors, some of you guys, you probably like, no, these properties sell in like 14 days. Absolutely, but you've got to know historically how many days on market a normal property stays on the market. Like in a normal market, right? You'll see property stay on the market 45 days, okay? Because that's normal. What we've been seeing is this hyper fast market over these past years, which properties don't stay on the market for 15 days, right? Now, when we get into a normal market, That's why we talk about skills, because in a normal market, you have to know what you're doing to market a property, to sell a property. And that is what we are going into slowly but surely. All right. So sold versus original list price is up 3% over last month. We were at 99% of list price. We are at 102. Wow, percent of list price now. So sellers are getting 102% of list price in the LA County area. That is really good, right? Sellers are super happy. Now overall, they were at 97% of list price last year. They are at 98% of list price currently. All right, 98%. So sellers are getting 98% of what they list for. All right, so again, very good. Sellers are happy. They're almost getting 100%. And this month, if they're in the market, they were getting 102%. All right, let's go to Orange County. They do it a little different in the OC. All right, so for sale properties are up 10.9% over last month, up 37.9% over last year, same time frame in July, and up 37.9% overall. So for sale properties, just like in LA County, is definitely seeing an increase. Orange County desperately needs it because, as we're going to see in absorption, Orange County has been below the 2-month inventory, right? So Orange County desperately needs this uptick in for sale inventory. Sold inventory has gone up 6% over last month, up 15% over last year, same time frame in July, and up 5% overall. So sold inventory has seen an increase. Sold inventory is inventory or sold properties is what has closed, right? These are closed units. So it's gone up 5%. Pendants, which has gone into escrow, properties that have gone into escrow, is down 3.9% over last month, up 1.3% over last year, same time frame in July, and up 4% overall. Okay, so again, in Orange County, our 3 out of 3, we're perfect in Orange County and LA County on our major sales trends. So up 4% on pendants. So very healthy in Orange County, and we're seeing that increase in inventory that we like to see. All right, new listing inventory is down 22.5% over last month, down 11.2% over last year, same time frame in July, and up, still holding strong, 12.8% overall. So new listing inventory is still seeing that is still on the increase. Which is great because, again, Orange County needs the inventory. Average active price has gone down 3.7% over last month, 1.9% over last year, same time frame in July, and 1.9% overall. So again, this is a night and day difference, you guys, from last year. If you guys were following last year, which some of you were, you saw Orange County was asking literally 20% higher than they were the year before that. Okay, so 2023, they were asking 20% higher than they were in 2022. It was phenomenal. They got it even into the 30% numbers. All right, here they're only asking 1.9% higher, which is phenomenal for Orange County. And look at what they're receiving. They're receiving 13.3% higher in Orange County. Okay, so 13.3% higher than last year. Sellers are extremely happy, right? Because that is double-digit appreciation. It's not scary appreciation, but it is double-digit appreciation. So something for us to continue to watch, okay? And that more than likely, a lot of that has to do with the scarcity of inventory in Orange County, okay? Months of inventory, take a look. No change over last month, 1.7 months of inventory. Across the board over last month, or just like last month. Okay, 1.4 months of inventory last year. That's what we had last year at the same time frame in the year. And it's a 35% increase because now we're at 1.9 months of inventory. So it is climbing. Orange County is climbing slowly, but it is climbing. We need to break that 2 months of inventory and keep going up. And as long as that inventory number continues to climb, new inventory continues to climb, we should see our months of inventory climb as well, okay? All right, average days on market, 5% increase. So we were at 20 days on market last month. We're at 21 days on market currently at this time frame in the month. A 4.5% decrease over last year. or over last year. Yeah, same time frame in July. We were at 22 days on market in July last year. We're at 21 days, so not a big change. Overall, a 28.1% decrease. We were at 32 days on market last year. Currently, we are at 23 days on market. Okay. So again, in Orange County, inventory is moving fast. So you've got to move fast in Orange County. All righty. Sold versus original list price was 100%. Sellers were getting 100% of list price last month. They're getting 98% list price this month, a 2% decrease. Not much at all. Overall, a 2.1% increase. Sellers were getting 97% of list price last year. They're getting 99% of list price this year, right? So again, sellers are very happy in Orange County. They're getting almost 100% of their list price. More than likely, a lot of them are getting over that. And then some of them are actually seeing under that, but a lot of them are seeing over that because there's just this strain on inventory. So guess what? All buyers are looking at the same properties, bidding and creating that multiple offer situation in Orange County. All right. And in a lot of counties, honestly, you guys, in Riverside, I'm seeing it in San Bernardino County. We're seeing it all over. All right. So let's look at Riverside. Riverside, for sale properties are up 0.4%, so not much at all over last month. 40% increase over last year, same time frame in July, and a 40% increase overall. So big number, just like in LA County, Riverside has increased the for sale inventory, active inventory on the market. Sold inventory has gone down 2.7% over last month, up 14.4% over last year, same time frame in July, and down 0.7% overall. So again, a small downturn, however, you know, so not huge, but we definitely want to keep watching that because we'd like to see sold inventory. We'd like to see sold units go up instead of down, right? We want to see our sales increase, especially when we're seeing that we have more inventory than we did last year. What does that tell us? That tells us, A, that we have more buyers because we definitely have buyers to meet the inventory. We definitely have more buyers to meet the inventory because if, when we look at absorption rates, if absorption rates are still low, then that means that the properties are being taken up, right? They're being taken up really quickly, okay? Pendants are up 3.2% over last month, 21.1% over last year, same time frame in July, and 1.7% increase overall. All righty. So pendants properties that have gone into escrow, we've got a 1.7% increase overall. All right. So 2 out of the 3 major trends are in the green, which is great. And we'll continue to watch our sold inventory. Hopefully, again, our summer months normally are our rebound months. So hopefully we can rebound enough in the summer months that our sold inventory, that our sold units will actually go up. All right, let's look at our new listing inventory is actually down 23.5% over last month. New listing inventory down 23.5% over last month, down 2.9% over last year, same time frame in July, and up 14% overall. So new listing inventory in Riverside County is still seeing an increase, which is great. We expect that in Riverside, Orange County, in San Bernardino County for new listing because they have an opportunity for building. Here in Orange County and LA County, it is a little bit more difficult because we don't have any land available, right? So we're seeing more condos, more townhomes, whereas in Riverside and in San Bernardino County, we're seeing more single family residences go up, and they have a lot of more opportunity for building. All right, average active price has gone down 3.8% over last year or over last month, up 3.4% over last year, same time frame in July, and up 3.4% overall. So sellers in Riverside County are asking 3.4% higher than they did last year, and they are receiving, you guys, 6.6% higher overall. So they're receiving normal amounts of appreciation, 6.6% higher overall. Now, 4.3%, I just want to go back to this. the average sold price went down 4.3% over last month. Okay, so
The
June.
price, right?
Yeah, but I need to read
Let's see, who do I need to mute? Who do I need to mute? Guys, if you, because I can't see it for some reason, mute yourselves if you are in a noisy place for me. Appreciate you. Got it. All right, there we go. All right. So, overall, definitely though, although last month we took a dip, so far this month we took a dip, 4.3% lower, the average sold price. Currently, overall, we're at a 6.6% increase. So sellers are receiving 6.6% higher than they did last year. And again, that is about a normal amount of appreciation, and it's not astronomical. So when people are, because I just read this article about affordability and how house prices have soared. That's a big word, right? And the news is going to sell it to the hills, right? They're like, house prices are soaring. You guys, what we're seeing in every county except for, and well, San Bernardino may prove me wrong. But in LA County and Riverside County so far, we are still in single digit appreciation, which is considered normal. So we've got to be giving the story to our folks and not allowing the news to tell our people about soaring prices, right? Because I don't know about you, but soaring to me means 20%, right? It means 30%, hell, 50%. That's just not true, okay? It's just not true. So let's be the ones to, give out the news, because it's just not true. 6%, 6.6% is pretty normal. All right, months of inventory now. We are zero change over last month. We were 2.8 months of inventory last month. We're at 2.8 months of inventory currently. Overall, a 42.5% increase, which is great, because we need months of inventory. We need to go into a normal market. 1.9 months of inventory last year, and now we're at 2.7 months of inventory. So Riverside County is definitely doing better than the other counties, and it is climbing. So we'll continue to watch that. And all that means, you guys, when we talk about a normal market, it just means that supply will come in alignment with the demand. Sellers and buyers, right, will be on the same level, meaning there's enough buyers and enough, well, I should say the opposite. There's enough sellers to supply the buyers, right, with a home. That's what a normal market looks like. It doesn't look like 5-to-1 ratio, right? Which is kind of what's going on right now. We've got 5 buyers, and actually it's getting better. So like a 3-to-1 ratio. You've got 3 offers for every 1 listing, right? So we are looking for that 1-to-1 ratio, okay? Which never really happens quite like that, but that's the ideal world. Average days on market went down 2.6% over last year. So we were at 39 days on market last month. We're at 38 days on market currently, at least 20 days in July, okay? A 10.6% decrease overall. So we were at 47 days on market last month, or last year. We are at 42 days on market currently. And again, do not let that number fool you. I'm a living testimony. My husband and I are looking in Riverside and San Bernardino County, and properties fly off the market. They do not stay on the market for 42 days. But again, Riverside is a big county. So, if you're out farther out, yes, they do stay on the market longer, and that skews that number. All right. So, sold versus original list price down 2.1% over last month. We were at 97% of list price last month. We are at 95% of list price currently. Overall, a 1% increase. So sellers were getting 96% of list price last year, and sellers are now getting 97% of list price. So again, sellers are happy because they are in the over 95%. And we have the most influence on how our sellers are going to be able to position themselves so that they can get 100% of their list price, or even 101% of their list price, right? Now that depends. If you have a really stubborn seller, then obviously you may take that listing and choose to negotiate with them that, yes, I'll overprice your listing, put it on the market because that's what you want. But within 2 weeks, if we don't get an offer, then we're going to have a price reduction built into the listing. right? That's the way we want to negotiate that. Because right now, with homes flying off the market, if your home doesn't get an offer in 2 weeks, you are more than likely overpriced. Okay, because I know we as KW agents, we're gonna market the heck out of that mug, but that couldn't be the problem because we're masters at that, right? It must be the price. Okay, so keep that in mind because houses are definitely going. All right, let's look at San Bernardino County, our last county for the day. For sale inventory is up 5.5% over last month, up 37% over last year, same time frame in July, and up 37% overall. So again, San Bernardino County is holding strong with the same trend as the other counties, that we are seeing more inventory than we ever have over last year, which is wonderful, right? We need the inventory to bring things into alignment. Sold units is up 7% over last month, up 6.6% over last year, same time frame in July. However, still down 3.1% overall. So San Bernardino County for the last few months has, like probably about 3 months, has been trending downward, the sold units. So we'll see, continue to look at if it's going to rebound. But definitely, and it's not by much, but we would like to see those sold units increase, right? Because that means that, you know, buyers are not buying the inventory that's actually out there, because we do still have inventory that's out there. But we don't have as many buyers in the market, not buyers necessarily, it's sellers and buyers that are closing units, right? That are closing units. And that's what we want to see, close units in San Bernardino County. So pendants are up 9.2% over last month, up 10.7% over last year, same time frame in July. However, still down 2%. Okay, still down 2% over last year, which makes sense. If your closed units are down, of course your pendants are going to be down as well, right? Because the pendants go right into your closed units. Okay. All right, let's look at new listing inventory. New listing inventory is down 14.4% over last month, up 1.6% over last year, same time frame in July, and up 13.8% overall. So again, in all counties, new listing inventory has definitely gone up, which is wonderful. We definitely want to continue to see our new listing inventory continue to rise so that we can start to bring our markets into more of a normal market. Average active price has no change over last month, a 2.3% change over last year, same time frame in July, and a 2.3% increase overall. So sellers in San Bernardino County are only asking 2.3% higher than they did last year, and they are only receiving 5.4% higher than they did last year, okay? Which is extremely reasonable, right? That doesn't sound like soaring prices to me. That sounds like it's a very normal amount of appreciation, okay? A 5.4% increase over last year. So when your sellers are, when your buyers are talking about buying in an area and looking for recommendations, you guys, this is just, you know, look at where prices are more reasonable if they can commute, okay? If they can commute. All right. Because we are actually having the migration. People are moving out of LA County, out of Orange County, and have been going to San Bernardino and Riverside County, which is why prices out there have really gone up over the last couple of years, because as COVID showed us, right, that people can work from home and be productive. Okay, so, and businesses have made that change and allow their folks to work from home. So people are moving. So months of inventory has gone down 2.8%, 3.5 months of inventory last month. We're at 3.4 months of inventory this month. Not a big change. Overall, we saw a 40.5% increase. So we were at 2.5 months of inventory. Last year, we were at 3.5 months of inventory currently, which is great. So San Bernardino County is our closest county to being in a normal market. They are approaching that 4 months of inventory. So that is wonderful. We are looking at that and hoping that, fingers crossed, that it will continue to climb. But they are one of the markets that looks more like a normal market than any of the other markets because they do have higher amounts of inventory, okay? Average days on market is down 3% over last month. We were at 33 days on market last month. We're at 32 days on market currently, not a big change. Overall, a 15.6% decrease because we were at 45 days on market last year. We are at 38 days on market currently. And then looking at sold versus original list price, I would expect this to be very, tight. So we are a 2% decrease over last month. We were at 99% of list price last month. We are at 97% of list price currently. Overall, a 1% increase. We are at 97% of list price last year. We are at 98% of list price currently. So I would expect that, yes, we were going to be between 97 and 100% of list price in San Bernardino County. We have good amount of inventory, or it's still, you guys are still in a seller's market, so don't get it twisted. We still need the inventory. However, it just is a little more plentiful, right? And so buyers, sellers are coming into alignment a little bit more in San Bernardino County. But San Bernardino County is actually, you'll see in this next, did I pass it up? Yeah, you'll see in this next, in this slide here, right? They are only asking 2.3% higher than they were last year. More than likely, that's because they are seeing that they've got competition, right? They've got a little bit more inventory out there. And they're only receiving 5.4% higher. Unlike Orange County, who's receiving like 11 or 13% higher, right? Because they don't have the inventory, there's more competition, right? So in San Bernardino County, not as much competition, which means that sellers aren't receiving double-digit appreciation over last year. Hope that makes sense, okay? I just want you guys to really understand these numbers and how to explain them, because I'd love to start seeing your videos explaining this stuff to your clients, because again, that's what builds your credibility and shows that you really have your thumb on the pulse of the market, okay? All right, we talked about this stuff, did we? Yep. All right, so our upcoming events. Did I talk about this slide? Estrella, did I talk about this slide? Because you're the one on camera. Nope, you're on mute then.
Oh, sorry. Yes, you did.
Okay, thank you. All right, upcoming events. So, you guys, this week, we've got some great stuff. We've got group coaching today at noon, and that is going to be in-house and on Zoom. So we've got group coaching. We're going to be talking again about, dialogues to use for the buyer-broker agreement. And we're going to be talking about probably we're going to be focused on that buyer-broker agreement because it's so important, because you guys should start using it now. Why wait? Why wait until August 17th when you have to use it? Start using it now and start practicing. That way by August 17th, when it's already in place, it's a done deal. You guys know how to use it. You know what to say. It's not new to you, right? So start using it now. Tomorrow we have Conversations in Real Play with Diana at 10. We have got Ed in-house, you guys, at 10 a.m. We've got Ed in-house. You know how we do it. We're going to have some little treats for you guys, little breakfast situation going on. So make sure that you're there at 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. It is a 2-hour long class with him in-house. You get to ask him a bunch of questions, okay? I think it is going to be phenomenal. All of us need to attend, all right? Because this is the real stuff. So we need to be there. And our forms have changed, I don't know how many times over the last month. And Ed keeps telling us this may change, right? Anybody who's been on his classes know he keeps saying that. So, and he's going to say it tomorrow, I guarantee it. However, we want to hear from him, and we want to hear what these changes are, how they impact us, what goes where. So make sure that you attend. All right. And then we have tech training at 3. And then we have at 6 o'clock with Eileen, She is going to be training on command. All righty. And then Wednesday, I'm sorry, I got group coaching. Let me see. Wednesday, we have again at 10 a.m., just 1 hour. He's going to be talking about the California purchase agreement. Okay. Because that has changed. So we have got to look at our purchase agreement. Now, all of us who are buyers agents out there making offers, got to be on at 10 o'clock because the purchase agreement, that's our bread and butter. So part 1 is on Wednesday, part 2 is on Thursday. And then we have a private tour of Pavin's new project, 6 townhomes that are standalone in Panorama City. And the tour time is at 12 o'clock, and that's going to be on Wednesday. We want you guys all to come out and take a look. It is going to be, we have first dibs, although he is going to market pretty quickly, but you guys can come, you can video, you can introduce this new inventory to your sphere of influence, to your social media network. Come and take this opportunity, right? To be the first to see it, kind of the unveiling, if you will, a great opportunity for us as agents to get a firsthand view of his new project. All right. Any questions? You can come see me, or you can ask Pavin. Estrella, did you have a question?
Yes, are we still meeting at the office?
If you want a carpool, yes. If you don't, then you could go straight there.
Okay.
Yep. For those people who are maybe closer to there and want to, go from there, sure. If you want a carpool, then absolutely. All right, the ABCs of the buyer broker agreement, I mentioned that. That's happening tomorrow with Ed. So make sure that you're there. We got our tech workshop. So our tech workshop, you guys, is going to start at 3 instead of 1, because we're going to be at Pavin's place at 12 at the unveiling at 12. So Martha agreed to have her tech workshop at 3 on Wednesday so that we can get back. So those of you who still want to attend can get back to the office and attend that at 3 on Wednesday. Make a note of that. And again, on Wednesday and Thursday, we still have Ed at 3 o'clock. Tuesday for Eileen. We have Victor going to teach on Thursday at 5, Dial for Dollars with Victor. So all of you guys who want to get good at your dialogues, especially get good at your expired dialogue and follow up, Victor is teaching that. So that is it. Let me make sure I got everything for you guys. I'm pretty sure I did. Yep. All right. So industry news. What is going on in the industry? You guys know what's going on. People can't stop talking about the NAR settlement. That is really what's going on. I did see this interesting article about the housing market, the angst, right? Won't swing the election, probably. Basically, the article just talked about the fact that affordability is a huge issue, for new buyers. It has been an issue for new buyers. It is, and it's an issue in swing states. However, it is not. If you go look at the article, it is not. Sorry about that, guys. It is not something that is having an impact on the election. What they did say that I thought was interesting is that they are expecting a potential rate drop after the election. That they are looking at a potential rate drop either right before or after the election. Okay. So as realtors, we just want to be looking at, all the different indicators, right? And we listen to this stuff because we want to put our buyers, our sellers in position that if there is going to be a rate drop, you guys know what happens if there's a rate drop, right? All the buyers are going to rush into the market. So if you do have a buyer right now who is looking or is thinking about looking, they are, not only this article, but other articles are saying that we are expecting to have a rate drop. Maybe a couple of rate drops, which would be wonderful. We would love it. However, what that means to your buyer right now is that they're going to be in massive competition. So it would be better for them to buy now than to wait for the rate to drop because, again, there'll be a massive competition. And if the rate does drop, guess what? They could just refinance. And I know I'm preaching to the choir because you guys know this stuff. However, knowing it and letting your clients know it are two different things. So make sure that you're letting your clients know, okay? All right, what to keep in mind as NAR's remarkable deal becomes reality. This is just interesting to me, you guys, because they don't know. They don't know what's going to happen. And this article literally says that. What does it say at the end of the article? It says, to be continued, or something like, oh God, it was so funny. It was like, we'll see, or keep you posted. So again, nobody really knows what's going to shake out. What we do know is that those who are prepared are going to win. They are expecting that tens of thousands of realtors are going to drop out of the market. They're going to leave the industry, okay? Tens of thousands of realtors are going to leave the industry. Why am I saying that to you guys? Because you're not going to be one of them. And because you're not going to be one of them, what that's going to mean to you is that you can now take their share of the market, right? So think about it like that, okay? There's been the DOJ making changes. This is what the article is talking about. The DOJ making changes and applying a lot of pressure to the NAR regarding our forms and regarding our practices. And they're saying, you know, what's going to happen to buyer commission? Is buyer commission going to be squeezed? Are listing agents still going to try to share their commission? They're asking in this article all these questions and saying at the end of it, that's what we'll keep you posted on, right? The reality is that as industry leaders, as realtors, we are going to make our own destiny here, okay? We are going to present to our sellers why they should offer cooperative compensation to the buyer agent, right? And we're going to, and I know that we can't put a number in there. However, we can get agreement from our sellers to offer compensation. And we can talk about what that compensation would look like. We don't have to get it in writing, but we can have that number. And when you guys give your sellers a net sheet, it can be built in there, right? Because you guys are going to talk about it. And you're going to talk about what that's going to look like. So don't ever get it twisted that, oh, we can't give a number. Yes, you can. You can still talk about a number. You can still come to an agreement on a number with your seller. And it just won't be on the agreement because it's not there anymore, right? And you can say in the MLS that you are offering compensation. There's a field for it, and all you have to put in there is yes. Okay, so, and again, we're not going to be steering them. We're not going to be telling them they have to. It is completely negotiable. However, we are going to give the dialogue that we want to reduce barriers for your home receiving the most amount of offers. And not offering the broker cooperative compensation could increase the barriers for buyers to be able to bid on your property, to buy your property, because now they have to pay an additional fee to their agent. That's a barrier, whether you like it or not, Mr. and Mrs. Seller, right? And so we are going to have dialogues and teaching you dialogues, and we're already doing that, that are going to teach you guys how to say that and how to overcome those objections that you're going to receive from potential sellers, and overcome objections from buyers who are scared and don't have the money to actually pay you, okay? So we are keeping our finger on the pulse of all of this, because not only are buyers going to be scared, and sellers are going to be leery of or thinking that they can now not pay, but there's also changes happening in the lending industry that are going to relax the lending conditions so that buyers can then finance the compensation as well. And we want to keep abreast of that. VA is already starting to relax theirs. And I'm assuming that the others, FHA, will do the exact same. So we're keeping our eye on all of this, you guys. And trust me, a lot is being done behind the scenes, lobbying on our behalf to make sure that that as buyers agents, you guys, we will all be compensated. But the most assurance that you can have is just your own preparation. So have I beat that to death? I think I have. All right. So, all right, guys. You guys, that is it. That's all I have. Nope, that was it. That is all I have for today. Any questions? Any feedback? Talk to me. Anybody? Oscar, I'm so happy to see you on today.
I'm actually walking around again.
Oh my God, thank God. I'm so excited. Good job. Good job. You still sound a little weak, but I'm so happy that you're able to walk around.
Well, that's the Vicodin. I've been drinking Vicodin here for about 3 or 4 days.
Woo-wee, that's that strong stuff.
Amen.
Yes. Well, you continue to heal and get better so that you could be back in the office with us. We miss you. Let's see. Anybody else? What we got in the chat? Thank you. Have a great welcome, Norma. Thank you. You're welcome, Alberto. You guys are so welcome. All right, guys. If nothing else, I will see you at noon.
Brandy, question.
Yes.
Thank you. Yes, 12 o'clock, you're going to have the scripts like for the role playing buyer representation agreement. Is that what you say?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, great. Okay,
You gonna
great
be
meeting.
there?
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Brandy.
You're welcome, my dear. Anybody else? We actually have a playbook that I'm going to share with you guys. The NAR settlement playbook that I'm going to share. So if you want to hear more about the playbook, you got to be there. All right. All right. See you guys at noon. Bye-bye. Thank you.
Bye-bye. Thank you.
Have a good one.